Earlier in this course, I described most of the data types available to you in Excel VBA. I skipped over the object data type then, so I'll cover it now. An object variable refers to an Excel object such as a workbook, worksheet, or cell range. I'll show you what that looks like in the Visual Basic Editor. So just press Alt F11 to display my code. In this example, I created an object variable representing a worksheet, and I did that using the statement here. I dimension a variable named WKS, and I've given it the variable type of worksheet. After you declare the object variable, you can then use the set command to assign an object to that variable. In this case, the command I used was set WKS to this workbook, the worksheet within that workbook, named Jan Sales. That's the first worksheet in this workbook. After you declare and set an object variable, you can use it as a shorthand reference that denotes the worksheet, in this case named Jan Sales, in the current workbook. As an example, if I wanted to change the tab color of the Jan Sales worksheet, I could do so using this command, worksheet, tab, color, and I'm setting it to red. VB red is simply the Visual Basic constant for that color. In general, you should use short object variable names to save yourself time in your coding. For example, if I wanted to type the same command out longhand without using an object variable as a shortcut, I would have to type this workbook.worksheets, jansales.tab.color equals VB red. That takes a lot more time than simply using the WKS variable name. It might not seem like it'll save you that much time, and it's true that it doesn't if you're only doing one command. On the other hand, if you're making a lot of changes to a workbook or a worksheet or whatever, then using an object variable will save you substantial amounts of time when you create your program. I won't be using this line, so I will comment it out. Now that I have the code in place, I will press F5 to run it, and when I switch back to the main body of the workbook, pressing Alt F11, you can see that the Jan Sales worksheet tab is now red, and if I switch to another worksheet, you'll see that it's really red. Alt F11 to go back. You can assign a new object to an object variable by using a second set statement. For example, if I were to add this code, set WKS equal this workbook dot worksheets Feb Sales. Now the WKS object variable points to something different. Now if I type WKS.tab.color equals VB blue and save, I can run the code by pressing F5, Alt F11 to go back to the workbook window, and you can see that the January Sales Worksheets tab was changed to red and the February Sales tab was changed to blue. Object variables are a real time saver when it comes to manipulating Excel objects such as workbooks, worksheets, and cell ranges. Using object variables makes your code more compact and easier to understand.